Welcome, everyone, to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And in this episode, we're going to talk about Ubisoft Plus, the monthly subscription service coming to Xbox. So Ubisoft Plus has been on PC for quite a long time. It's a monthly subscription service like all other monthly subscription services that you can basically play Ubisoft games on. They're going to include, they have over 100 plus Ubisoft games, and then that service is coming to Xbox. However, it is not going to be a part of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate plan. It's going to be its own subscription service. I don't believe they have announced how much it's going to be on the Xbox. On PC, I believe it's $15 a month. But they haven't said, at least from what I can tell, I haven't found anything saying how much it's going to be, even though on Ubisoft's website, they just say a single monthly cost, whatever that means, whatever they decide it's going to be. That will include their games, their DLC available on launch day, monthly rewards, including cosmetics, boosters, in-game items, and more. And they mean more by you get their nice quartz, probably. Their nice cryptocurrency. You probably get roll out the red carpet for you to come buy their NFTs along with, I'm sure. But the nice thing we got is that Rainbow Six Extraction is going to be on Game Pass day and date. So that comes out January 20th. And it is coming out. That is not coming out with the service. I don't think they put a release date as far as when the service is coming out. They just said that it's going to come to Xbox, and Rainbow Six Extraction is going to come out day and date on Game Pass. So let's go around and see what everybody thinks about Ubisoft Plus coming to Xbox. Patrick, what about you? Let's start with you.
Ubisoft Plus. I don't subscribe to it. Don't see a reason to. Probably won't do it when it's on Xbox neither. I mean, as Nick said, it's $14.99 if you want just Ubisoft Plus on PC. Now, if you want to play Ubisoft games on Luna and Stadia, you can pay $18 or $17.99 a month. Which, who in their right mind is even paying that? Who has right mind's playing that? Who has Luna and who has Stadia? I want to know who's left playing that, keeping that service on life support.
Luna is even a thing,
right? Exactly. But, not to mention Ubisoft games. I mean, come on, what has Ubisoft done here recently that is not a rehash of something they've done for the last 10 plus years? That's not Assassin's Creed, not Just Dance, not anything out of that freaking lineup, and I am bored with Ubisoft games, and they haven't put out anything yet that I am just dying to play. They have stuff in the back burner that I'm dying to play, Beyond Good and Evil 2, that I keep hearing is canceled and they're not canceled. Just either put a bullet in it or tell me when it's coming out. Stop toying with my emotions, Ubisoft. That's why you're on the shit list, But, I don't play enough Ubisoft games to justify a $15 a month subscription. If they bundled it in Game Pass, it'd be okay. I mean, like I said, I have a tendency to buy Ubisoft games. I like the Far Cry series, but the most recent Far Cry was a letdown. The most recent Assassin's Creed was a letdown. I mean, I love Far Cry 5. I got the DLCs for it. I like the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Valhalla was kind of boring. It's just because they keep rehashing everything. So it's not for me. What about you, Shane? What do you think of this, man? I mean, outside of the Rainbow Six Extraction or Rainbow Six Extinction, it's I don't get it. That's a weird move too, right? We're not coming to Game Pass. We're not including our subscription Game Pass. We're going to give you Extraction on Game Pass. It doesn't make a lot of sense. What do you think, Shane?
I don't give a shit. Nick, your turn. No, the whole.
Thanks, Wally.
The whole subscription service thing is getting old. And don't get me wrong, Game Pass is brilliant. It's beautiful. I mean, I would, if it had a pair of lips, I would kiss it or worse. I love Game Pass. I think Microsoft, not only did they think and they really worked it out before they released it. It did start slow, but it had something special about it. And then it's just a boom, 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 boom. Improved. But I'm I'm getting tired of subscription services because everybody's going to start doing it. EA's got theirs. Ubisoft is going to be doing theirs. Microsoft, Sony's got one in the pipeline. Nintendo, God knows what the hell they're doing with that thing they've got. I don't want all of those, and I won't get all of those. I'll be more inclined to get PlayStation if it's remotely close to what Microsoft is putting out. But it's Sony, so we know that's not happening. EA, EA just don't care about anybody anymore, and nobody expects them to, so whatever. But they bundled theirs with Game Pass. Good move. Thank you, EA. That I'm gonna give you credit for. I said it.
I think Shane is sick, guys. I think Shane's sick.
I did. I'm a big anti-EA person, but you know what? When they make a good move, you got to give them credit. Ubisoft, I just don't care. They've really pissed me off over the years because, like Pat said, they've stopped trying. They have. It's just the same game with a new face for the last umpteen Assassin's Creeds, the last umpteen Far Cries, last umpteen dance. What the hell the dance one's called?
Just Dance.
Just Dance, yeah. It's
not to mention trying to make Watch Dogs a thing.
Yes, Watch Dogs. You guys had a decent concept, but you failed on everything about it. So you came up with a second one. You did it again, but you didn't do anything different. And as Nick's fingers just went up, you did it for a third time.
And the third one was just as worse. The third one was horrible. And I'm ashamed to say I bought it. I'm
ashamed to say I bought it too, and I haven't even touched it. That's what's bad. It's hard not to be angry with these people when they piss. They have such great franchises. They have a great lineage, a history. When you saw Ubisoft, man, you thought great games are coming. And they've just been pissing them away. I'd say the last 10 years have just been horrible for Ubisoft. They quit innovating. They quit storytelling. Rainbow Six Siege, fantastic game for what it is. It really is. It is a competitive shooter done in a way that hasn't been done previously. Congratulations. You did something different and it panned out. Try it again. You don't know what's going to happen. Try it again.
They're too afraid to innovate or try anything new.
Yeah. That's why Skull and Bones isn't out. That's why, Beyond Good and Evil 2 ain't out. They're trying to figure out how to NFT them. No fucking thanks. They're trying to crystal, whatever the hell that is, cryptocurrency they're doing. No thanks. We don't want that. Square Enix, we don't want it. Ubisoft, we don't want it. Everybody trying to put out this garbage. We don't want it. Gamers are telling you this, and you just don't care because bottom lines are better than customer base, is what companies are doing now. And Ubisoft is just as bad about it. I'm going on a tangent. Damn it, Russ, I miss you. This is just, it's just another money grab, and it's going to flop. It's going to flop on console. And I don't know what they're getting subscriber base on PC, but I guarantee they're 110% behind Steam. They're probably behind on EA. They're definitely behind on Game Pass just on PC alone. So I think it's going to be a major flop. And I think if they were smart, they would do some sort of partnership with Microsoft to put their subscription thing into the Microsoft Game Pass family. That would be the smartest thing for them. And by the way, make Rainbow Six 3 backwards compatible, please, for the love of God. It was my favorite one, and I have yet to beat Alcatraz. I've said it a million times, and I'm not going to stop till I get it.
And they're done now. No more backwards compatible for you.
I know. Bastards. Nick, I'm done just bitching. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I think you said it all. No, I agree. I mean, yeah, I don't want I mean, there might be somebody out there that wants this and wants to subscribe to it, and that's perfectly fine. It seems like if you subscribe to it, all their launch games, you get day and date as well as the DLC and stuff. So if you're a big Assassin's Creed person or a big Far Cry person or a big Assassin's Creed person or a big Far Cry person, then, you'll get all that stuff day one. So
I think he's stuck on a loop.
well, so is Ubisoft. So, I mean, yeah, they've gotten, you're right, Shane. Back in the day, Ubisoft was like, oh man, Ubisoft's making something new. And you were excited for it. Now it's like Ubisoft's making the same game again. Cool. Like when they made that first open world, that was like a new experience, that we hadn't had with open worlds. And it was amazing. But then they did it again and it was cool. And then they did it again. It was like, all right. And they did it again. It was like, okay. And then they did it again. You're like, again? And yeah, and now for, however many, like 10 years now, they've done it every single year for 2 franchises for, Far Cry and Assassin's Creed, as well as, even though
Ghost
I like
Recon.
For Ghost Recon, even though I like the Division, the Division has that same formula.
Division was good in the first one. The second one, I don't know what they did wrong, but it's not a great game. And now they're coming out with another Division game. It's what they do, man. They just
It's because they copy paste and
there's nothing
on.
unique about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Now, Nick, when Rainbow Sixes were coming out, let's say the Vegas series, when 2 was announced, you were excited, and when 2 was announced and it came out and you played it, it wasn't the same as 1. There was new things to it, new stories and gameplay. It just felt better. It felt newer. It didn't feel like a copy, right?
Right.
So why can't they do it now? I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, it's
okay to make a sequel, but do better.
Right. I was excited for Patriots, and then they turned Patriots into Siege, and I'm like, I'm not so excited about this. Now, I like Siege. I think Siege is a fun game, but it's not, for me, it's not my Rainbow Six, right? My Rainbow Six is that single player, stealthy, working as kind of like the old ones, like a SWAT team or like a team of Navy SEALs or whatever they were, counter-terrorist people going in and taking out a big terrorist threat. And that was the whole idea of the game. And after Vegas and Vegas 2, which I absolutely loved, they were making Patriots, which I was like, yeah. And then it turned into, Siege, which is a great game on its own. But I mean, they could have done that as a side project. But the thing that happened for them is Siege turned out to be this big moneymaker, and that's where that went.
Well, come on, you don't have to make a new game. You just create Siege, and then you create seasons, and you throw in the most minor changes, which is new classes every season, and it's a moneymaker for you, right? You just buy our currency, the currency they got, or you buy the season pass that comes with the character when they first come out, and even more currency, and then you need more XP, so you buy the XP boost, and
they Fortnited the shit out of that thing.
Right. But they don't know how that's what they do, right? I mean, they haven't really made a unique game in a long time because they just keep pumping out more of the same. I mean, we had a lot of fun with Ghost Recon Wetlands, Wildlands, Wetlands, inside joke. But then Breakpoint came out. It's the exact same freaking game. Sorry, it's the same game. I don't even think we put 2 hours into that game collectively. I mean, we all bought it. And we played it, and I was highly disappointed. I'm like, what is this? There's nothing. They Ubisofted is the only thing I can say. Ubisoft has become a verb now, an adjective, a describing word for video games. Because when somebody says they Ubisoft it, you immediately know they just open world puked all over it. They open world it, and there's a million things on the map that just make your eyes twitch when you look at it. You're just like, oh, I'm going to puke all over this monitor because that's all Ubisoft did. And that's every one of their games. I mean, Far Cry, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, Riders Republic, and then Division has done that. It's just horrible what they do. And those are their main rotation games. I mean, it's like open your map. What do I want to do first? Do I just beeline the story, or do I look at all this vomit all over my screen and try to pick out the peas and carrots of it? So,
Welcome to Shit on Ubisoft.
Ubisoft
they're
just
just
gave
getting
up.
that bad. Yeah, they're just getting as bad as some of the big contenders out there.
Take-Two, EA, it's
Activision, all the big boys.
They're afraid anymore, and that's all it comes down to.
Rinse and repeat. That's pretty much it. Works for them. It makes them money, so they're just like keep rehashing the same crap until people stop buying it.
I guess about the only thing we play a lot anymore from Ubisoft is Uno. Uno.
Yeah, Uno. But we are looking forward to Rainbow Six Extraction or Extinction. It might be Extinction at this point. We are looking forward to that. Hopefully the game turns out to be really cool. They did have a mode like that, which really spawned this one during Rainbow Six Siege, like during an event. That was pretty fun. So hopefully this continues that and they don't just turn it into something crappy, but we'll have to see.
Better. That event was 2 years ago, and they've been working on this
Something
ever
like
since.
that.
And it's an expansion on that. I mean, they've had 2 years to perfect this thing. It better be great.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. It's sad to see one of my favorite game companies just going down like this, because it's a name that used to be synonymous with awesome games, and now it's synonymous with milking.
Right. You heard the name Tom Clancy, you were like, oh, this is another good game. Another good game, and then you were like, oh, Assassin's Creed, those are great games. Black Flag, all that stuff. And then they came out with Watch Dogs, and you're like, this is meh. And then Watch Dogs 2, you're like, oh, this is crap. And then 3 came out, and you're like, this is freaking garbage. But I guess what you got to learn from Ubisoft is once they find that golden franchise that they make a lot of money off of, they just wring the crap out of it. That towel is so dry anymore. They're ripping it to shreds every time they're trying to wring it. They're like, we can stitch this back together. It'll last another season. Come on, just keep going. They're going to come out with another Prince of Persia, all this stuff they're supposed to be coming out with. And we'll see, because we're waiting on Skull and Bones, a Prince of Persia. There's just a whole list.
It'd be nice to have a new Prince of Persia.
Right. I mean, they're working.
Is it going to be new, or is it going to be the remake?
Last thing I heard, it was a remake of Sands of Time,
ago.
I believe.
Yeah, it's a remake of Sands of Time is what's supposed to be.
So they're not making a new game. They're going to polish the last game.
Right. But it's a remake, and how many people probably played that game? I don't know. And there's a new generation out there. And it's, in my opinion, it's been a long enough time, though, right? Since the Sands of Time came out.
Yeah, Sands of Time is a very old game, right.
So I'm okay with that. But, they're also making a Pandora game, an Avatar game. Movie games aren't that great, so I don't have high hopes for that.
And they're making a Star Wars game, right?
Yep. And there's supposed to be a new Rocksmith coming out. Division Heartland sometime this year.
The Star Wars game, you pay for the title, but all the gameplay is sold separately.
Right. And then Skull and Bones is supposed to be maybe sometime this year. Who knows what's up with that? Another Settlers game, the Settlers, and then, as you guys has mentioned earlier, Frontline, Ghost Recon Frontline, and then a VR game, a Splinter Cell VR game, and then supposedly another Splinter Cell game.
Well,
who knows?
It's not going to be Splinter Cell if they don't bring back the OG voice of Sam Fisher.
It's Splinter Cell, open world now.
Oh, it'll be open world. I bet you.
Yep, and they're going to have DLC characters.
I bet you Sonic. A month of Ubisoft Plus subscription that it'll be open world.
All right, so we'll have to remember this, Shane, when this comes out. If Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell that supposedly comes out, it's not coming out this year. We're not sure it's coming out this year. It's just TBA on everything we've heard. If it comes out and it's not open world, Nick will buy us a subscription to Ubisoft Plus that we will never play.
So you can play that open world Splinter Cell game. Oh, wait,
I tell you what, if we win, you just give me the cash and I'll just put it towards anything else.
You can put it towards that Splinter Cell open world game. I
you won't have to pay for it that month. That means
it'll be Assassin's Creed, but with a Splinter Cell skin over it. It's pretty much what it'll happen.
I mean, when you think about it, all their games are the same, right? Splinter Cell, or not Splinter Cell, excuse me, because that we've been talking about Splinter Cell. When you think about their games, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, even Division and Watch Dogs and Ghost Recon, the Ghost Recon Breakpoint, they're all the same game. They're just set in a different time period. You got an assassin with sword and blades. You got modern warfare weapons and crap. You got Vikings in the past. You've got Plague that destroys mankind. You got Watch Dogs, a digital age type thing. But it's all the same thing, right? Go to Waypoint, do quest. Go to Waypoint, do side thing. Go to Waypoint, collect crap. Go to Waypoint, do this. Go to Waypoint, play mini game. They're all the same thing. They just have different settings behind it. Ubisoft has lost what made them great, which is being storytellers. And now they're just like leaning on the open world. Open world will sustain us. This 5 hours worth of actual story gameplay is ballooned into 40 hours of catching crap. So it's a 45-hour long game with 5 hours worth of actual story time.
Yeah. And, before we go, and you're absolutely right, Pat. But here's the thing. They used to be able to make story-driven games and multiplayer at the same time that were fun.
Right.
Put it back.
I mean, the story in Odyssey was amazing, but there was still so much other crap going on that you're like, come on, cut out like 90% of the cut out 90% of the non-side quests. And what I mean by that is the mini games and this and that, and go here and collect this and go here and kill these rare creatures and this and that. Kill off all that, run the story with the side quests. It's a great game, amazing game. I love the story in that. But then, you get into Valhalla. I can't tell you what the story is besides Vikings coming to Saxon country and trying to establish a foothold. I'm like, this game is boring. No story, no vision. They just were like, we're going to slap Vikings on it. And it's going to make a mint because it's Vikings and it's Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
I'm over it.
Sadly, you're not wrong. I mean, it's their meetings are like this. All right, we have 3 games from 10 years ago. We're going to polish them up. Somebody give me a story idea, and we're just going to swap faces.
Right.
So
how about Vikings? We haven't done Vikings yet. What are they going to do next? We're going to do Assassin's Creed Tolkien remix, Middle Earth.
Yeah. Oh God, don't give them that freaking idea. Oh my God. Frodo with an AK. A bunch of shit. All right.
Yeah. But to basically end up this video with Ubisoft Plus is coming to Xbox. So,
but not coming with Game Pass.
Not coming to my Xbox.
But it's coming to
it'll
Xbox
self-install
sometime.
and spread like a virus.
The
Like a
Ubisoft
bleeding
virus.
herpy.
Your Xbox will go open world. You'll have to find your games out in the open world.
You have to find where your dashboard went and then find each of the sections of the dashboard in the open world amongst all the DLCs and digital buying content. Oh, look, it's trapped behind that microcurrency, that microtransaction over there. I can no longer get to my game store. I got to buy the DLC pack. I got to buy the lettuce for the burger to get over here.
Crypto
Damn right.
land, how'd I get here?
Crypto land. Don't give Mickey Mouse any damn ideas either.
Oh, it's next, I'm sure. So basically that's it. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add to this? There's quite a lot of meat there.
I apologize for the bitch session. My bad.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I do have one last thing for Ubisoft. Just stop it with Watch Dogs. We've had enough. You just kill that franchise. I said it during the second one, before they came out with the third one. I think before they even announced it, that they should just kill that franchise, and they decided to make a third one, and it did just as bad. So Ubisoft, just that franchise, you can't do it. You tried 3 times, and each time it sucked.
They tried
Just
to even rope you in with co-op, and that didn't work out well.
It just doesn't do it. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to hit the like button on this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.